they suspended Draymond indefinitely.
Thank you. You guys got a good view back there. Yeah, I think the suspension makes sense. You know, to me, this is about more than basketball. It's about helping Draymond. I think it's an opportunity for Draymond to step away and to make a change in his approach, in his life. And that's not an easy thing to do. That's not something you say, okay, we're going to do 5 games and then he's going to be fine, right? The league did that, did 5 games after the incident with Rudy. That's not the answer to pick a number. The answer is to help Draymond, give him the help he needs, give him an opportunity to make a change that will not only help him, help our team, but help him for the rest of his life. This is not just about, you know, an outburst on the court. This is about his life. This is about someone who I believe in, someone who I have known for a decade, who I love for his loyalty, his commitment, his passion, his love for his teammates, his friends, his family. We're trying to help that guy because the one who you know, grabbed Rudy and choked Rudy, the one who took a wild flail at Yusuf, the one who punched Jordan last year, that's the guy who has to change, and he knows that. Everything before that, over a decade of play, what are we really talking about, right? We're talking about, you know, getting ejected for yelling at the ref or throwing a ball. But you look at the past year and what's happened, it's clear he needs the opportunity to change, and that's what an indefinite suspension gives him the opportunity for.
Steve, what do you say?
Draymond will do what he feels is right, what we feel is right, and then move forward. The hard part with this, again, is it's not a sprained ankle. This is not 4 to 6 weeks, and I'll give you an update next week. That's not what this is. This is much bigger than that and much more difficult to assess and to take care of. And so we have to give him the space and the time and the support he needs.
Hey, Steve, understanding this is all fluid, how do you characterize what your feelings and outlook is that Draymond can get out on the better side of this?
I'm confident that he can come out on a better side. I know him. You know, he's an incredible human being. He's a very complex human being. You know, in a lot of ways, he's you know, he's incredibly loyal and passionate and competitive, and sometimes that same thing hurts him. And so, you know, can he find that space to be on the floor and compete and bring it like he does every night and not cross that line? And that's what he has to do, and I believe in him. I think he's going to be able to do it, but I'm not sitting here saying, you know, a couple weeks he'll be. That's not how this works. So he's got a lot of work ahead.
Are you making sure that he knows that this team is kind of all still moving in that same linear upward direction?
We talk every single day. You know, that's what the season is about. That's what being a team is about. It's collaborating and sharing thoughts, sharing ideas. Trying to keep everybody confident and moving forward and motivated. And you know, Steph is as good of a leader as I've ever been around. I mean, the guy is an amazing human being, and what he's done the past decade in leading this team through all of the ups and the downs and the turmoil. For anybody to question Steph Curry's leadership, it's actually kind of sickening to me. You know, and I saw some of that yesterday. It was disgusting. I'm talking about one of the finest human beings that I have ever been around. And but that's the climate that we live in, and these guys. Part of all of this is just the climate we live in, and the arrows that are, you know, slung at these guys, and the judgment, the criticism, that's fine. But it's part of it, and it's not easy. We're all human beings, and so that's a big part of the job these days as a professional athlete. You have to deal with everything, and you have to accept it. But there are times when you kind of have to say, really? Like, that's the angle you're going to take? You're going to question Steph Curry's leadership? Like, really? We're going to do that? Think about that. Think about that. Okay, so that's all I got.